What's going on, everybody? So today I want to go ahead and talk about the following. So this whole thing about the DCEU, Joker, Jared Leto, and Batman, Ben Affleck. I want to go ahead and talk about this. I want to kind of get into some details real quick, so hear me out on this. As always, hit the subscribe, drop a comment, all that good stuff. So let's get into this bad boy real quick. Joker, Jared Leto, badass. Ben Affleck, badass as Batman. Hopefully somebody at Warner Brothers, HBO Max, DC is listening to this, because I'm going to put you on game on this. Why? I'll tell you as a fan. How can you give us a badass film, even if it goes into streaming, which is perfect, or in the theaters, whatever you guys want to do, but with these two characters? How? Let's get into this. So, Batman, we already saw. Justice League, the real Justice League is coming out at Zack Snyder's version. Jared Leto, we saw him in Suicide Squad, which was amazing. At first I wasn't a fan of him, but it grew on me, and man, I fell in love with that scene when, Batman's riding in the Batmobile, and you get Joker and Harley in the car. So, getting to the point of this, you got to remember, the DCEU right now is a complete shit show. Let's be real. It's a pure shit show. They have all the pieces laying right in front of them, but they don't know how to put them all together so you can match and you can make a beautiful sequence of these recent films. Different directors, but all the pieces of the puzzle are right in front of you. How? Batman vs. Superman, it shows when Bruce is in the cave and he sees the Robin suit. So apparently he's dead already. So what do we need to do to get a good film? Well, we need to get a Batman and Joker in one solo film. How? Bring and explain. Because to me, Ben Affleck was robbed of his solo. We shouldn't be getting Robert Pattinson Batman. They completely screwed over Ben Affleck, and that's why we're getting that shitty ass Batman film. I'm sorry, but I'm just saying it how it is. And we should have we got Aquaman, we got Wonder Woman, you got Man of Steel. Go ahead and make a Ben Affleck film, and give us that, because we need something with Joker and Batman in the DCEU. Bring back Jared Leto, as he's coming back in Zack Snyder's Justice League, and shit, go ahead and just bring in Zack Snyder, David Ayer, make them both work on this film, and give us a bomb-ass product. Because we also, would like to see, at least I would like to see Harley Quinn like she was in Suicide Squad. Not Birds of Prey, because Birds of Prey was pure shit. Suicide Squad version of Harley Quinn. And what we need to do is see Joker with Harley as they're causing mayhem around Gotham. And you have Batman as he's already either locked up with the criminals, or the criminals are running around as always. But we need to know what happens, because in Batman vs. Superman, you have when Batman's talking about 30 years that he's been in Gotham, and in those 30 years, put yourself in his position. You've been through a lot of shit, and you have been kicking ass left and right, and you just seen everything. That's what he said. Too many clowns in this city or whatnot, and that would be perfect. So picking up something like in Suicide Squad, where Joker's already causing mayhem along with Harley in Gotham, bring in Batman, bring in Deadshot, like we saw in Suicide Squad. Build off of what you already have and go with that, because we need to know what happens to Robin, how he dies, how does the Joker kill him. We need to know the death of Robin, because it leaves you, with a question mark when you watch Batman vs. Superman. And, when you see these films, it's like, where's Robin in all this? Yes, we know he's dead, but how did he die? Why did he die? And Joker with Jared Leto is amazing, because a lot of people didn't like him, But you gotta understand, this is a whole different version. Stop comparing him to Jack Nicholson. Stop comparing him to Heath Ledger, to Joaquin Phoenix. All these other actors, they did their thing. That was a different film, different times. Yo, move on. Like, let's focus on this film. This is what we got. Let's work with this. You know, every universe is different, and, you know, that's the good thing about the multiverse. But we're talking about the DCEU, and it is what it is. And we have Jared Leto, so that's who we need to see as Joker. You know, he need to reprise his role. And the same style and everything that he brought into Suicide Squad, you know, just go ahead and do it. Continue. I mean, you already built off of that. You know, just why all of a sudden start from scratch and change it up? No, just keep working on what you already have. You already got it used to that. So just keep moving with it. The same thing with Ben Affleck as Batman. You know, you had him dark, gritty. He's all buff and kicking ass. You know, that like in Batman versus Superman. That's the type of Batman we need. You know, we need a badass that's been, like, he's just kicking ass. We don't need no more, like, you know, like, snowflakes. We don't need none of those, like, you know, soft puffs. And what we really need is, you know, like, a rated R film. And you have Joker with Harley, again, as I mentioned, and throw in a side villain. You know, if you want to throw ahead, want to throw other characters like Penguin, Scarecrow, Two-Face, all these other characters, all right, leave them just in the side, but somewhere in the background. We don't really need to focus on them. But bring in Deathstroke and give Ben Affleck what he was going to give us, that film, where it was going to be dark. It was going to be just hardcore. That's what we need, you know, because this is what the DCEU is. You know, this ain't no Disney film. This ain't no soft kiddie film. This is talking about, like, you know, like, it should be rated R. Stick to it, you know. Stop being scared. Go ahead and make the film. And look at how much success you guys got off of, you know, like, from Joker alone. You know, it's like it took Avengers to build all these years, and all of a sudden it's just like just send in one clown, and look how much you guys banked. You know, so it's like, wake up. That's why it's called DC Dark Comics, or I don't know what y'all want to call yourselves anymore. But that's what we need. We need a dark, serious tone, and Zack Snyder is perfect for that. David Ayer is amazing for that. Bring both of them. Let them work on it. One writes it, one directs it, whatever. But keep it with what's already established. And again, bring in a side character, which is Deathstroke. Because that was originally what Ben was working on his film. And that would be amazing because we need that. You know, Deathstroke is a very popular, underrated character. A lot of fans like him. The same like Red Hood. But if we were to get Deathstroke with Joker, with Harley, against Batman, and show flashbacks of Batman and Robin, but in the DCU serious tone, like in Titans that you have Robin, yo, that would be perfect because that's like straight up like mature. That's some mature shit right there. That's the type of content we need. You know, especially with this whole streaming thing going on. Like, that now is the time. That needs to happen. You don't need a large cast. You don't need all that. You just need to focus on these characters that you guys already created. And it's just like, it's there. They're just laying there. But put them together, assemble it, and just build off what you already have. You know, like, stop changing shit around. Just use what you already have and move forward with it. Because that right there is gold, but you guys don't see it. You know, it's just the creative side that you guys just want to be like Disney. Don't be like Disney. Just do your thing. Do what you guys have been establishing, but connect the pieces. You know, every film, you're going to have a different director, a different writer, whatnot. All that good stuff is going to happen, obviously. But make a contract and talk to these directors. Sit them all down and tell them, yo, we're working on this film. Are you on board? But this is what you got to work with. For example, we have Ben Affleck as Batman. We're planning on doing like 3-4 films with him. Okay, we're going to do side films, but bring them like you did in Suicide Squad. That's what you need to do. The same with all these other actors. Because look how long it's been since Man of Steel. By now, we should have had a Batman, Batman 2, Man of Steel 2, Aquaman 2. Yes, I know that's coming up soon. We already have Wonder Woman 2 that's coming out, you know, in a few days. But that's what you guys need to build on. You know, we should have got Cyborg, should have got the Flash. You know, and it's like, stop cramming shit up. Just work what you already had. And build off of that. Because it's amazing to see Joker and Batman. Because these are iconic characters that everybody wants and loves. But you guys don't know what to do with them. It's all sitting in front of you. Just put the pieces together. Show how we don't need origins. We don't need to see Batman, oh, you know, his parents and the same shit as always. No, we don't need to see that. We need to see Batman already kicking ass, locking these criminals. These criminals are breaking out of Arkham. We need to see how Joker's doing, and if you want to kind of touch on how his, not origins, but how does dude get the money? How does he become the crime boss that he is in Gotham? How he takes out other crime bosses, you know, like, and the same with Harley, you know, like, it's right there. What happened at Birds of Prey should have never happened. That movie was a complete disaster, and instead of you guys moving forward, all you guys are doing is just sinking more into shit that you're already in. And we need these characters to come alive like they've already been. So you already introduced us to these characters. You know, stop patching and trying to change shit up. Suicide Squad, the new one, that shouldn't happen. It should have been Suicide Squad 2 with David Ayer. The same cast, the same characters. Yo, and continue it. You guys have all the pieces, but you guys don't know how to work with them. That's what needs to be done. We need Batman, but with Ben Affleck. We need Joker with Jared Leto, with Harley Quinn, because, you know, that's the peanut butter and jelly. And, you know, with Margot again. And Deathstroke. And we need to know what happens with Robin and that badass Batmobile, because that thing is amazing. But stick to those characters and guarantee you guys are going to give us a hell of a film. But, I don't know, that's just me, my thoughts. And if you guys agree with it, go ahead and drop a comment, leave your feedback, and, you know, bring the same people that were on these other films. The same thing with Hans Zimmer, Junkie XL, the music that you had in Batman vs. Superman, like all these characters from that movie, all that from that same universe, the Suicide Squad and all that. Bring it into the next film. Give it that dark, serious tone. And just go with it, and you're going to see how awesome that film is going to be. But again, as always, go ahead and hit the subscribe, drop your comment, drop your thought, hit that like, and until next time.